Welcome back, everyone. Hope you've all had a great Wednesday. Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and rip open one of these Fairfield repack boxes. Pick these up at Walgreens. They're $4.99. They can vary from $4.99 to maybe some places, depending on your location, $5.99. The highest I've ever paid for these has been about $5.29, $5.49. But there you see it just has the generic stadium, generic player, 100 cards plus one pack. 1 and 4 contain a hit. We bought 3. Maybe we'll get lucky. There you see a little bit of information there on the back about the box and about the Fairfield company. And when I purchase, I always make sure to look at the bottoms, make sure nobody's tampered with them, and because that's about the easiest way to open them. You see that's kind of open, but I can definitely tell you with as much glue as Fairfield puts on these, somebody may have tried to open that at the store, but they didn't get very far. So let's go ahead and open this. I always like to open them from the bottom and just slide all the cards plus the pack out. Well, we have a foil pack, so it probably means it's 1990 Upper Deck. We will see what it is here in just a second, which I don't mind 1990 Upper Deck. Could be 92, we will find out. And it is 1990. So not too shabby. Second year that they were in baseball. Of course, they did start in 1988 producing a few promo releases. Can't remember the players that are on those. I think maybe Corey Snyder might have been one of them. There's only 3. There's 3 players, and there's a couple, 2 or 3 variations of each one. And then some of them are very, very high priced. That one's a little bit rounded there. So start with some 1990 tops. Got some 1990 Fleer. I've got a couple boxes of that I need to open up. Got some 89 Fleer here. Another 90. So you're always going to you're always going to look at a lot of junk wax era cards. I think my definition of junk wax era is maybe 86, 87 through mid to late 90s. Everybody's going to have their own definition. Kevin McReynolds there. I like the Stadium Club cards. There's a 90, 93, 90, 92. Cool. Of course, my vision doesn't allow me to see that really fine print on those years. There's a 91 score, a couple of them. Fernando Valenzuela. That's a nice one. That's early 80s there. So that's 85 Fleer. I know that's not like a really top card, but so far that's the best card I've seen so far. There's an 89 tops. Terry Steinbach, he was on the 89 championship A's. I was thinking the Reds and A's game in 1990. There's a Hall of Famer, Harold Baines. I'm not going to set him aside for now because he's basically going to go into my stack of 1989 tops, because I'm going to try to work a set of that as well. I've always liked building sets. I think it's just intriguing. It's interesting. It's fun. That's one of the things that I enjoy doing. Some people go out and they like to chase hits. Some chase rookie cards. Some people, that's the thing about the sports card hobby, is there's so many ways that you can approach it, and there's not a right way or a wrong way. So we have Sports Flicks, Tom Hare and Dave Ragetti. I'm always going to butcher some of these names. Of course, that was really riveting technology at the time for sports cards. And now they would kind of be a flop if somebody brought something like that out. So we have some 90 Fleer there and 92 Donruss thrown in between. Got some 88 tops here. This is probably one of the sets that I like the least. I just find it really generic. 88 Fleer. I never did get into 88 Fleer, but I'm working on a set, as I believe I do have a box of that somewhere too to open. 91 Fleer. A lot of people really despise this set. It really doesn't bother me that much, but it is what it is. Then we have 93 Fleer, Pedro Munoz. So really haven't really come across any great superstars. We did have the Harold Baines card there from 89 tops. Lenny Dykstra, he was pretty solid there with the Phillies for a while. See an 89 Donruss card coming up with Brian Hunter with the Braves. So we'll see who else we get in this. Javi Lopez, Bobby Witt, Eric Hansen. So we're kind of all over the board with names and teams. We are pretty well stuck in the 88 to 91 era on cards, but that happens. Craig Biggio triple play card. It is a triple play card nonetheless. You know, these were kind of, I think these were perhaps more geared towards kids, but they didn't really have that. They didn't have the value that like a Topps, a Fleer, Score, etc. would have upper deck. And of course, today's triple play cards are most certainly, the ones from 2013, 14, 12, whatever, those are most certainly geared towards children. So we have a, I can't even tell what year that is. That a 91, I believe. Upper Deck didn't change their design a lot the first few years. 89 is really easy to spot. But for me, 90 to 92, 93, just eyeballing it without looking at their little logo at the top with the year in it, it's very difficult for me to discern. Other people can do it right off the top real fast. But again, baseball cards aren't my strong suit. I enjoy them. Enjoy ripping them. Enjoy seeing what we can get out of it. But racing, of course, is that's where my knowledge is at. Now we have an 88 Terry Steinbach. Topps, we just seen the 89 just a few minutes ago when I erroneously said that he was with the Reds. There's Ozzie Canseco, Jose's brother. He tried a brief run in major leagues. Will Clark, 88 Donruss. That'll go in my stack of 88 Donruss that I'm working on. So again, not a lot of star power in here. Don't see a hit yet. Probably not going to get one, but I don't expect it. Oil Can Boyd there. Dennis Boyd with the Red Sox, longtime pitcher with them. Larry Owen. Jack Morris. So again, we've got some pretty strong names here. Not like Hall of Fame names, but these were the guys that were the backbone of many teams for many years. Jose Uribe. Definitely not that $10,000 90 Fleer that everybody went crazy for. So we're almost to the end of this stack. And then we'll open up that pack of 1990 Upper Deck. There's what the 1990 cards look like. Sean Dunston there. We have a 90 Topps. Is that a traded? Yes, it is a traded card. What I noticed about 1990 Topps is they actually changed the colors on the front of their card versus the backs. The backs of the traded cards used to be a lot brighter than their base set cards. I'm not sure what their reasoning behind that was. Maybe just to make it easier to spot a traded card from the front versus the back. Plus, I believe 1990 was the first year that the traded cards were actually issued in packs as well as instead of just factory set only. I believe that Milt Collier card had an error to it. There was an error in corrected version. 1990 was littered with errors. Now we're going to get to the little more recent cards that they put in here. So there's Sonny Gray. I'm not going to play this flipping game. Excuse me. Nori Coe, Johnny Cueto. Who do we have here? Sean Rodriguez. So I'm not going to go through all these names. Who do we have? Minnesota Twins team card. Always like the team cards if it shows like the stadium or the teams on the foul lines for the national anthem or something. CC Sabathia. I guess I didn't realize they still were making cards of him recently. Clayton Kershaw. So that's probably the best card of this bunch so far. Who do we have here? We have a rookie of Richie Schaefer. Mark Teixeira. Last couple cards here. Preston Tucker. Not even going to go there because my sinuses will not allow me to even come close to pronouncing that one. James Paxton and Jose Bautista. Wonder if that's a variation. I don't know if the bat flip card's a variation. Let's look at the backs. See what we can come up with. And it is a variation. Very cool. Very nice. So we have a Jose Bautista bat flip card. We'll put that one aside. So that's kind of cool. One thing about Topps is they have the little codes on the back. If you look at the last couple of digits. The regular card will, you'll see most of the cards will have a regular sequential number to it. The variation cards will have a different number on the back. So very cool to get a Jose Bautista bat flip card. And here's our pack, 1990 Upper Deck. Sorry I really didn't go into detail showing you the pack. One thing that I'll go ahead and pull it up here, even though it's already been ripped open, is they had this almost a tamper-proof pack, and a lot of the card companies started going to more of these eventually, where they're crimped, they're sealed. The wax packs, if you will, could have been opened, searched, and resealed very easily. Upper Deck kind of, they did bring a few things like their hologram to help make it counterfeiting proof, if you will. So there's a lot of things that Upper Deck did introduce to the trading card industry that I think made the other companies up their game. Of course, I'm getting ready to come up on the sticker, the hollow foil sticker here. However, 1990 Upper Deck was horrible in the way that they rotated the cards in the package. So this would drive a person nuts. Scott Scudder, he was part of that, of course, we mentioned all the time, part of that Deep Reds bullpen in 1990. Helped won the World Series. I did the first World Series that I ever watched in its entirety. And we have a Cubs hollow foil, so that's pretty nice. We'll set that one aside. Need to start getting all my hollow foil stickers there. And it doesn't really look like we're going to have any major stars in this. Dave LaPointe, he seemed to have a pretty steady career. Michael Valliere, Ernie Riles. So yeah, we're going to get through this and not really have any big major stars come out of that pack, but that is okay. It's always fun to rip these packs. Don't think I'll try to make a set of 1990 Upper Deck just yet. I'm sure I've gotten enough cards out of these repack boxes to really make a head start. But, a couple of the cards that we pulled out of here that I like was this 85 Fleer Fernando Valenzuela, that 93 triple play Craig Biggio. I don't even know what year this is because I forgot to look, because I can't tell my later Topps years apart. 2016, Clayton Kershaw, and then the bat flip variation of Jose Bautista. So that's really, really nice. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. I've seen we're almost 150 subs, so I appreciate all the help that you guys are getting me to get to 500. And when we do get to 500, we'll do another giveaway. It'll either be a racing, a wrestling, a baseball, or a football relic card. So I look forward to switching those cards up on the easels there in the background soon, so that way you guys will have a little something different to look at, but it's something to look forward to as well. So I do appreciate all the support that I get, all the likes, the comments, etc., etc. We will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and have a great evening.